Right, Gene, and I have to go easy on this one because A Little Romance is one of those movies that some people just love, and
like
other people,
me.
you loved it, right?
Yeah.
Other people can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's a tear-jerking, bittersweet, relentlessly sweet story of a romance between two teenagers, an American girl and a French boy, and about how they're so cute and intelligent and wise beyond their years, and yet so innocent and so naive and so wet behind the ears that you want to bang their heads together. Here they are in the Paris subway talking about one of the few adults who understands them.
Isn't he the most incredible person you've ever met?
Incredible.
I mean, what a life he's had. He's so dear, so sensitive, you know? Don't you think so? Isn't he wonderful?
Yes, he's wonderful.
I'm having a birthday party a week from Friday, and I want you to come.
Okay.
Why must I be a teenager in love? That kid is supposed to be the son of a Paris taxi driver. He reminds me, though, of one of those little geniuses on the $64,000 question, and the subject he's a specialist in is being lovable. But then there's more. The young couple is taken under the protection of an old, colorful Parisian pickpocket, played by Sir Laurence Olivier with a French accent that sounds curiously like his basic German war criminal accent left over from the Marathon Man. Anyway, when the parents of the children don't understand how wonderful the love affair is, Sir Lawrence and the kids run away to Italy by bicycle.
We've got to go back. I'll never catch up.
Right. Where is it?
You didn't have to try to win. All we had to do was get out of town.
Doesn't sound too French to me.
No, no, it doesn't.
Now, what you have to understand is that they stole those bicycles from competitors in a French bicycle race, and they got away with it. Now, if you can believe that Sir Lawrence could get away from a French bicycle racer at his age, you can believe anything. In that case, A Little Romance just might be the movie for you.
Well, I'm not going to defend the picture on the basis of Olivier. I mean, he's the worst thing in the picture. The film would be much more interesting if he had just been left out of it. Oh, Grandpa is hero just doesn't work. But the kids do, I think. They're the most interesting characters. They're very bright. The boy loves movies. I find that attractive, of course, as a characteristic. And I was rooting for them. They want to get to Venice at the end of the picture. I was rooting for them to make it. And here I am relating to kids, you know, half my age.
I wasn't, because I didn't think they wanted to make it. I thought the movie wanted them to make it to Venice. And I could hear
this. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Not really. I think that the screenwriter and the director put this story down on top of these kids and put them through their paces. I didn't believe these were real kids who developed as the movie went along. Their relationship developed, and they developed as organic characters. I didn't believe them.
You don't think their kids are that bright as these kids?
Maybe there are kids who are that bright, but there are not necessarily kids who talk in epigrams and witticisms, and that little boy is so wise he should be 70. He ought to be chatting with Sir Lawrence instead of with a girl, you know, exchanging wisdom of life and so forth.
Yeah, well, I think kids are that way when they're away from adults. I think when they're in front of adults, sometimes they're intimidated. Maybe that's one of the points the film had to make.
We disagree,
right?
Our
next film is much better, though, I think. Again, differ on A Little Romance. I like it, youthful love story. Roger found it to be cloying. He says no, I say yes.